general managers, coaches, and fans always seem to be enamored by pitchers who strike out a ton of guys. Fantasy players are no different, nor should they be. It's one of the categories you get points for. Enter New York Mets prize young pitcher Zack Wheeler, who the Mets obtained from the San Francisco Giants in the Carlos Beltran trade in 2011. Want to know if the Mets made a good deal? Well, we're just about to find out. He certainly looks the part, consistently throwing 95, and his delivery is as effortless as can possibly be. And the Mets had big plans for Wheeler. He, Matt Harvey, and Noah Syndergaard were supposed to be the new Generation K in New York. Remember Isringhausen, Pulsipher, and Wilson? Well, at least Isringhausen ended up with a decent career as a reliever. But these guys were supposed to be the next Three Musketeers. Now who knows? Maybe they still will be, but Harvey's out for at least the majority of this season. The Mets feel Syndergaard is still not ready for the show, and he's going to probably start in the minors. And so, Zack Wheeler is your new ace. Now, given the success that Matt Harvey had last season, the hype surrounding Wheeler is off the charts. Now, if you're one of those expecting a Matt Harvey performance, you're not likely to get one because Zack Wheeler just doesn't have that type of control. Wheeler pitched 100 innings for the Mets last season, striking out 7.6 batters per nine and walking 4.1 per nine. Now, while I expect his strikeout rate to increase as he settles down, becoming closer to his 4-year minor league average of 9.7 strikeouts per nine, his poor walk rate has been pretty consistent throughout his 4 years of professional baseball. Now, last season, Zack Wheeler's whip was a lofty 1.36. That is a last-place whip in the high-stakes mixed league I play in, and probably yours as well. On the surface, it doesn't look like the Mets will be very competitive, so I don't expect him to have a lot of offensive support. And while he may post decent strikeout numbers, unless he addresses his walk rate, those walks will often translate into runs. So, can Zack Wheeler be a top 50 pitcher this season? I think so. Currently, his NFBC ADP is 49, but control problems often plague young pitchers, and the strikeouts you get may be offset by some of his other numbers. If you want him for a keeper league, I love him. If you intend for him to be your fourth starter, I like him there too. Anything more than that is probably a bit too aggressive for me at this stage in his development. There's a ton of upside with Wheeler and some lofty expectations, so don't be surprised if the Mets fan sitting in the room at your auction draft yells out a number that's $1 more than you did, no matter what the price point is.